There we go. Dishonored and a thump. There we go. That took a while. Alright. Campagna. New Game Plus. That'd be a hell of a thing. Oh, yes. This game has... Oh, I like this. That's like... just these two. One guy taking a swing. 3 guys, one of whom has a gun. 6 guys. And you can even do, like, custom difficulty stuff. This is so cool. Like, search persistency, reinforcements, health regen. That's really cool. That you can just, like, turn it into a complete... yeah, I'd better do the tutorial, because it's been a while. You could turn it into, like, a complete hellscape if you really want to. As Emily Caldwin, ruler of the Empire of the Isles, you have numerous enemies. Your father is Lord Corvo Atano. Yeah, so they just admit it now that Corvo is Emily's dad. Infamous royal protector and spy master. In the years since you took the throne, Corvo has spent many hours training you in the arts of stealth and combat. So this is 15 years after the events of Dishonored.
I remember training with my father in the years after the rat plague. Someday, he said,
I forgot to turn
our
on the
enemies will come
subtitles.
for you.
Hang on, I need to turn subtitles on. Audio. Please, just... Game devs, just put subtitles on by default. Alright. Welcome back to Dunwall.
The sounds and smells of Dunwall never change much. This is my city.
It's as much a shit heap as ever.
What training regimen does Father have in store for me today?
All right, Majesty. Let's see what you can do.
Oh. Oh. The rumbly tones of Stephen Russell. Alright. So we go down there. Well, I don't get why you wouldn't, because that's what, like, 80% of people that I know either reflexively just put them on by default, or don't care.
Vault the obstacle, then slide under.
Never doubted I could make that.
Easy business. Okay, I'm gonna very briefly turn up the, No, hang on, it's gonna be under controls, isn't it? Yeah, turn up the sensitivity. About 55 should do it. Why would you have invert look on a mouse?
Nice.
There we are, that's much better. Into the canal. Hope you don't like that coat. Up you go. Oopa.
No way except to climb. If only I could spend every day running and jumping. Now to test my agility.
Launch.
You've learned well.
Put subtitles on because of the
Let's
hearing
see how
difficulty.
quiet you are, young lady.
I'm just really spacey a lot. Like, I just tend to, like, dial out and not pay attention, so I need subtitles so that I can actually, like, you know, internalize what's being said. Wonder who thinks, oh yeah, you can hear gruff voices when they're saying it. Yeah. Alright, so stealth. Alright, that's all fine.
I want you to sneak up on me, if you can.
Okay, so he's just gonna pace in circles. Oh, cool. There's more peeking options now. Awareness. When enemies begin to detect you... Alright.
Move up quietly and apply a chokehold. No,
Yeah.
again, without letting me see you.
Alright. Okay, so apparently he can see through the little... He can see through the little slots on the tables. Let's just go, don't wait for him to turn around. And... he taps out.
That's my girl. I want you to sneak up on me, if you can.
Yoink.
Didn't see anything at all.
Stay low
Quiet as a lynx
and out of
stalking
your
a
enemy's line
gazelle.
of sight.
Maybe the trick is to not mutter to yourself when you're sneaking.
Remember, a pistol will wake up everyone in the building. Your crossbow is quiet.
Oh, burnt the rat.
Perfect shot.
Subtle as a brick.
Time for some more weapons and combat training. Let's beat each other up, shall we? Yes. You hit hard. That's my daughter.
just deflects effortlessly.
Someone
Didn't
swings a
even
sword
move his upper half at all.
block. Well done.
Although it's got flourish,
Very
look at
good.
that.
You've got a natural instinct for
Hit
fighting.
the light.
If you time your block right, you'll throw an enemy off balance.
Okay. Oh,
Block with your blade. You're quick. Smart move.
I've still got my
You can
Sekiro
choke an
chops.
enemy out, even in combat.
Yeah, so this is something that they added. So, if you clash, you can then immediately...
When an enemy is off balance, you can land a lethal counterattack.
Hang on, I'm drinking. Timed that wrong. That was a very warm smile for a man with a knife to his throat.
Feel better knowing you can take care of yourself.
Man,
When trouble
Corvo,
does finally come,
you've got
you're
old.
ready to fight.
According to, like, some in-game sources, Corvo is now 54 at the time of this game. Today marks the anniversary of the death of Empress Jessamine Caldwin, assassinated 15 years ago. Visitors from across the Empire of the Isles have journeyed to Dunwall Tower for the occasion.
Why do we celebrate the anniversary of an assassination? 15 years ago, in the middle of a plague that nearly destroyed Dunwall, a paid killer assaulted the palace where I was born and stabbed my mother in the heart. In the aftermath, the men who sent the assassin tried to use me as a pawn in a game of power. They would have succeeded, but my father, Corvo Attano, hunted them down and cut their conspiracy to pieces.
Twice. Cut down the conspiracy and
All
then
these
cut down
years
the
later,
counter-conspiracy.
Am I the ruler my mother wanted me to be? Now, we face a new crisis. A monster the papers are calling the Crown Killer has been picking off my enemies and dressing it up like my father and I are responsible. I don't know whether to get on a ship and sail to the opposite side of the world, or to have everyone around me executed.
That's a hell of a problem to be to be dealing with. Not sure there is a right answer. Dunwall looking muggy as ever, and the watchguards ugly as ever.
Watch your step, Majesty.
I'm not looking forward to all the ceremony today.
Your signet ring. There, you're ready.
Thank you, Alexei. Open the doors.
All hail Her Imperial Majesty, Emily Caldwin.
Loyal subjects, we're going through a difficult time, but today we honor my mother, the late Jessamine Caldwin. May her memory survive through the ages.
Emily,
You look tired, Father.
every year I think the anniversary of Jessamine's death will be easier, but it never is.
I wish Mother was still the Empress. I don't think I'm very good at this.
You're still learning. Don't worry about the rabble-rousers, and we'll catch the Crown Killer, eventually.
People are saying it's you. That these assassinations are a misguided effort to protect me.
No, someone's trying to make us look guilty by targeting your enemies.
I wish I could just run away from all this.
Sometimes you do. You think I don't know about your nights out on the rooftops? Courage. The ceremony will be over soon.
Royal Protector and Father. I should have passed a law against that combination of titles years ago.
Yeah, probably a good idea that the Royal Protector should not really have any vested interest in political proceedings.
Your Majesty, before we begin the day's observances, we have an unexpected visitor, the Duke of Serkonos.
Ramsay says the Duke is bringing special gifts.
That's intriguing.
His Grace Luca Abel, Duke of Serkonos!
So say hey to the Clockwork Soldiers.
Amazing.
What is this, Ramsay? I didn't authorize those things.
Your Imperial Majesty and Royal Protector Corvo Atano, a native of our homeland. Serkonos offers condolences on this sorrowful day, and gifts to remind you of our nation, the rising star on the southern horizon.
We thank you, Your Grace.
Save your thanks. For now, I give you the greatest gift of all, family. I present the lost sister of Jessamine Caldwin, your rightful Empress, Delilah Caldwin.
Impossible.
My mother had a sister?
My dearest niece. Hello.
Now, didn't we imprison you in a tree?
My father was Emperor Yuhorn Jacob Caldwin, and Jessamine was my younger sister. At the time of her death, I wasn't ready to make myself known to you, and I was forced to leave Dunwall. But now I'm home.
She
If you
looks
really
like something out of a
are
Lady
my mother's
Gaga
sister,
music video.
You're welcome
Look
to
at those
stay as long as
high-waisted
you like.
trousers.
Little
They go all the way up.
blackened by bad memories. I'm here to relieve you of your crown. My father's promise, whispered in secret so many years ago, is now fulfilled.
Watch your tongue. Emily Caldwin is the daughter of Empress Jessamine Caldwin.
I would know. I porked
Royal
her.
Protector. How naive to think you could get away with these murders. Living in my palace has protected you, but that's over. Hear me,
Just
all
noticed that
of
the
you.
frame rate is
Your
chugging a
rightful
bit. I will
Empress has
trust.
returned.
All hail the Empress Delilah, first of her name. Arrest Emily Caldwin and her father for the Crown Killer murder.
Now we get to see what Corvo looks like from the outside perspective. Thump!
Can't still my heart.
Alright, now we get to pick our pro tag. We can either play as Emily, or we can play as Corvo. We are going to be playing as Emily, because we've already been playing as Corvo for a whole game.
Cast you in cold marble. Sweet girl. Over time,
So yeah,
you'll
you
come
for a
to
blinding second you get to see
Perhaps someday we'll see
Corvo
you
in
as
full
the
action
living
there.
lost.
So I assume that was
But until then,
bend,
you'll be
blink,
kept
and
under
adrenaline
I'll lock
all
Lady
in one.
Emily in her chambers, and I'll bring her to Cauldron Prison until her trial.
So he killed 3 guys before the first one hit the floor.
So now I wear this uniform, and I send 20-year-olds out to patrol the rose gardens instead of drinking with the men from the shooting club.
So you may remember there was mention
Ramsay,
of
I
a
heard
Captain
shouting.
Ramsay.
Lady
That's this
Emily.
guy.
What happened?
It'll be all Captain Mayhew.
No!
Well, that's the Royal Protector's fancy weapon. What kind of sword folds in half?
Yeah, Ramsay's a complete bastard. It did not take much to get him to turn traitor, apparently.
There's a legend in the Tower Guard about the Empress's last resort, a safe room inside her chambers holding enough gold to buy a good-sized island. They say that this ring is one of the only 2 keys to exist.
Corvo has the other one. So we know what our first job is we need to go and get that key back so we can get to the safe room.
Alexei. The throne room. Father.
Alright, but step 0 is I need to apparently turn VSync on because we're doing this garbage again. Visuals. Advanced settings. Where's VSync? VSync is on. Hang on. No, but more stable frame rate. I mean, it's only been dropping to like... Okay. Alright, well, let's just leave it alone then.
Nothing I can do alone. I need to get out of here.
Oh god, I need to turn the sensitivity up even further. There we are. Alright. So how the hell do we get out of here?
Should I just spin it and pick a place to hide for a while? I need time to think. These bastards are working with Ramsay and the Duke of Serkonos.
He's old blood, one of the good families. And now that he's helped the rightful Empress take the throne, the Ramsays are going to be back in fashion in Dunwall. You'd be smart to remember that.
Okay, so he's spurned nobility. Let's see, anything useful here? Letter from Advisor Helmswater. We face yet another murder, and I cannot remain silent in this matter. Strange, is it not, that all the victims have openly opposed you? If not strange, then oh so very convenient. Is there something you wish to tell me, Majesty? How can I be an advisor if you don't include me in these most sensitive of endeavours? I feel I must be the only person in Dunwall who doesn't know the truth about the Crown Killer. Don't leave me out in the cold. I remain your trusted servant, Lenora Helmswater. Okay, that's not much help. After the Royal Protection Shakedown Crew... Royal Protector Shakedown Cruise. We launched the ISS Jessamine Caldwin. On the platform we'll have a bottle of King Street brandy tied to a long tether. You will release it to swing against the hull. Okay. Nothing bloody useful on the papers. Have some snacks though. Didn't need to hear that. Aha! Here we go. Some genius left the window open. Oh, that's a drop.
How many times have I looked at that skyline? It feels like everything just changed.
It's a very pretty skyline. Okay. Hang on. Aha! Here we go. Pop through here, into the next room over.
Delilah is some sort of witch. How is this possible?
Dead
Lady
loyalists.
Emily, you're all right. Where's the Royal Protector?
There's a coup underway. My father is... he's imprisoned, for lack of a better word.
You've
He's
got
a
to get out of the
statue
tower.
now.
Through your safe room. There was a captain earlier today down at the docks, looking for the Royal Protector. find her. Get out of Dunwall.
Alexei, I'm sorry. Goodbye.
Alright. We have an sword. So,
This won't open without my ring. Ramsay has it.
then let's go get Ramsay. Go. You come. Have a sit around here.
Emily, I know times are hard. You're the ruler of 4 nations. And I won't pretend to understand the pressure you're under. Only you and your mother before you could know what that's like. Whoever's killing off your enemies is doing so for
Oh,
calculated
don't worry.
effect.
We are gonna do
Undermining us.
much worse to
I do know
Ramsay.
what it's like to be blamed for murders you didn't commit. But trust me, we'll find this crown killer, and they'll pay. Tomorrow is the anniversary of her death. A sad day for sure. But I want you to remember all that's happened over the last 15 years.
You listening to this stuff in the
You've held
bath.
onto the throne, and you've done what you thought was right for the people of the Empire.
Storage, which means more money.
Kept the gangs in check. And yesterday we launched a magnificent ship bearing Jessamine's name. You're becoming the sovereign your mother wanted you to be, and I'm proud of you.
Okay. Emily's not doing too bad then. She's just a bit uncertain. Okay, that's the door I was looking through before. Jeez, they've just been massacring everyone in the whole palace. Don't mind me, I'm just going to pillage my own castle for supplies. Here. Hey buddy, you taking a keen interest in that clock? It's fine, I'm gonna reinvest it all into bullets.
Raiders.
Gonna be stimulating some local economies with all this.
With the throne room blocked off, we should have the time we need. Just stay here and stall anyone who comes by. I'll be back when I've searched the royal chambers, assuming I don't accidentally lock myself in this damn safe room.
We'll cover for you if anyone from the Duke's party returns.
He's going up to the safe room, so let's move these bodies. Find an opportunity to get behind him. There we go, so you sit there.
Pretty soon we'll be back at the top, Captain.
Mortimer Ramsey. Alright, he's on the way. Oh. Hello. Captain Mayhew, you don't know me, but you've got to tell the Royal Protector that I have urgent need of his time. I'm carrying a message that has to be delivered face to face. Tell him I'm working with Anton Sokolov, an old friend. All the boats are being sent away from the docks, but I'll delay as long as I can. Tell Lord Corvo to find me there. The ship is called the Dreadful Whale. Okay. Is he coming or not? Oh, there we go. I'm guessing he just got distracted by something. Alright. Let's hide in storage and wait for him to pass. Then I'll get behind him Ooh, I like the little pseudo 3D kind of parallax scrolling on the keyhole there. That's good. Adds a bit of fake depth. Right, here he comes. There's the ugly bugger. And... Wizard surprise! Go! Got my ring back. I got the
won't leave my hand
special edition of this game, so I have that ring. I have an actual, like, physical...
Anton Sokolov made this lock.
And clonk. So now, we are going to take Mr. Ramsey here. We're going to park him down right there in the safe room. And we're going to lock the door from the inside.
Now you've got what you wanted, Ramsay. The Imperial suite atop Dunwall Tower. Stay put until this is all set straight, Ramsay. Enjoy the rations and well water, sleeping next to a fortune.
Mission. Alright, and a gun.
I have a feeling I'll need these.
This is another thing that the special edition came with, is this map. I have it up on my wall, right over there. Alright. Letter from Wyman. Emily, I didn't want to wake you this morning, but you'll forgive me since we must have said goodbye 100 times yesterday night, and the only chance I get to see you with your hair all whichever way is when you're asleep. As soon as the sun rises, you'll put on your Empress face. It makes me so happy that I know your real face, the one that laughs at your silly rhymes. I don't want to go back to Borley, but I'm needed there. It'll be 4 months before we see each other again. I'll miss you, and yes, I'll bring you some white leaf tobacco for your hookah. Lord Corvo, if you're reading this letter as per your royal protective functions, know that I am joking and perfectly aware that white leaf tobacco is forbidden in Bristol. Take care, my darling Emily, and don't go falling from a rooftop. I love you, Wyman. We never get to meet Wyman, but they sound fun. The old golden cat, the tower. Still kept all the old paintings. That's from the low chaos run. Alright. And...
The reserves won't help against Delilah, even if I had a way to carry it all out of here.
yeah.
I'll need this.
I'll take the small ingots, but I'm not going to be able to carry out a brick of gold the size of a... the size of a football. Anything else? I think I got everything. Alright. Enjoy the 3 apples that are in here. I'm sure that'll last you a couple of weeks while I get out of town for a bit. There we go. So, Ramsey is now locked away inside the Imperial safe room. And he doesn't have the key.
Until I understand this, I have to go into hiding. I should make my way to the docks.
This old painting. I'll take that. That's a free 120 bucks. It's a weird little storage hallway. Yeah, I'm sure. He's a big guy. He'll manage. Alright.
Gotta get out of Dunwall.
A moderate height without taking damage. Let's just carefully step our way down.
What do I have to do to help my father? What do I have to become?
I've been alert. And he says, yeah, but this time I really mean it.
So, I'm going to read this just to make sure. So, they also added non-lethal drop takedowns. So he is going to have a nap.
You're not fit for the watch uniform.
There we go. You can sit around here and sleep off the concussion.
The city is crawling with the Duke's men. I need to find a ship.
Listen up, I have bad news. Ramsey's missing. Corporal Moore checked the royal quarters, and Emily Caldwin has apparently fled the tower. We've got to find her.
I'm sure
That's
he's
it. You've got
fine.
your orders. Spread out and find the fugitive. We're in this with the Duke of Serkino, sink or swim. There's no way to turn back now. I'm hungry.
Yeah, I remember reading something that said, counter to what you may see in movies, if you punch somebody out or knock them out in any form, and they're out for longer than like a minute, you've probably caused some like serious permanent brain damage. I want you in place just after the Duke and our new Empress make their appearance. Things will happen fast. Do your part, and there's a share of the spoils for you and the others. Turn on me now, and I'll ask the Duke to send his assassin after your dear old parents. Trust me, the so-called crown killer is the last dinner guest you want in your home. Ah. Thank you for giving the game away. Oh. So these dudes in blue, these are the Grand Guard rather than the City Watch.
Always alert. Always. They don't gotta say it twice. Huh? That's Emily Caldwin!
Oh crap. Okay, well, it's only the one. I can take him. Come at me.
Let's see what you've got.
Oh, he's got a buddy. Yep, try it. Oh! Wow, he was ready. Alright. Husband might confirm that. Okay. What? How can your husband confirm that? Just gonna pop the door, get some fresh air in here. It's getting a bit muggy.
The city is crawling with the Duke's men.
Listen.
Okay. I only got my pistol.
Ramsey's missing. Corporal Moore checked the royal quarters, and Emily Caldwin has apparently fled the tower. We've got to find her. That's it. You've got your orders. Spread out and find the fugitive. We're in this with the Duke of Serkino, sink or swim. There's no way to turn back now. What?
He works in medical. Oh, okay, fair enough. I thought you were going to say, like, security or something. Okay. That up again.
The former Empress, Emily Caldwin, has been accused of high crimes against the state. Anyone caught harboring her is equally guilty of treason.
Oh, this will be fun. Yeah, there you are. Is he going to come and investigate, or what? Yes, he is. Bad luck. Okay, I need to get the faster knockouts charm as soon as I can. Go check out that guard post.
Huh?
Way. Worry about him in a minute because there's still this dude in here that we should probably knock out. Nighty night. And down you go. Anything in here? Nope. Just a big old box. And there's a lot of bullets just lying around. How the hell? How many did they think I was going to burn through? Snacks. Snaff all in here. Let's just get behind this guy and take him down. This guy making weird vocalizations. Probably a lot if you went for the more fun route. Yeah. I mentioned when I first picked up, when I first started the first game, I got the feeling that the game was kind of more expecting you to go down the rip and tear kind of route. Also, S&J health elixir. Sounded like I mean, kinda.
Dunwall citizen. And today, Delilah Caldwin is our new empress. All hail Delilah, first of her name.
Further, the former Empress, Emily Caldwin, is now wanted for treason. Any of you found harboring Emily Caldwin will be fined and arrested.
You're done. Stay in your home. You're advised to stay indoors during this time of unrest.
Got him. Didn't have a couple of goes at that. Hey. Yo. It kind of sounded just like he was really out of breath. Oh, hey, Clavering Boulevard. You look familiar.
Citizens of Dunwall, listen up.
Wonder,
For the sake of your family, turn over all information concerning Emily Caldwin and Corvo Atano.
Just gonna
wanted for
dip
murder
down here.
and treason.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
What a bunch of whiners. Go away.
Oh well.
Okay, now I can you start tracking you somewhere nice and quiet.
I thought that... Huh? What is going on here? Stop!
Timing on these swings is weird.
Traitorous dog.
In here, just moving these chaps out of the way. Oh, apparently I could have come down here from the top. Rats. Useful in the bins. Where'd he go? It's the guy who was pacing back. Okay, he's way over there. Wait for him to come back. Try and get him one of these side buildings and poke around.
Of course I can read. What's he think? I'm stupid? I know all my letters and then some.
I bet. So by the sounds of it, the people of Dunwall are not mega thrilled. Well,
Put in a request for new boots. And what I get? Well,
No mercy! No!
wow, he just cut his own mate down. Wonder if that's going to count against me. Oh. Back here.
one night at the body house. One night. Now I'm covered in chancres.
That's what you get. We've learned our lesson.
No, no, no! Huh? What? A body here?
When somebody with a mask and a gun closes a door, maybe don't run in and body check the door. This is apparently some kind of newspaper office, judging by the outside.
Special edition. Empress Delilah Caldwin, rightful heir to the throne, has taken power in Dunwall. The usurper, Emily Atano, and the murderer's royal protector have been arrested.
Get out of here.
You have until
Just
tomorrow.
gotta investigate to make sure.
I
Sure.
never should have listened to your rubbish.
Don't make a pig's ear of this, Printer. I'm the one who gave you the scoop on the Crown Killer.
No, no, no.
Help me! Someone! Anyone! Someone! Protect me! That's...
I was protecting you.
That man, part of the Duke's coup, I'm sure of it now. And I saw him talking to Captain Ramsay of the City Watch.
You weren't the only one fooled. But I never ordered those killings.
I know that. It was irresponsible of me to print the name Crown Killer. I allowed myself to be coerced. Forgive me.
You're forgiven. I'm not sure what happens next.
Just
but
backpedal,
protect yourself.
backpedal.
And when the time is right, tell people the truth.
You can count on it. I won't ask you what your plans are, but for the sake of Dunwall and for the Empire itself, I hope you succeed.
In here I can take. Ooh. Dunwall's troubles have multiplied of late, calling into question the very efficacy and intentions of our Empress. As evidence that Emily Caldwin has forsaken us, we need look no further than Rudshaw Financial, more commonly known as the Flood District. Though recently drained, we dare not celebrate as the area is still riddled with maintenance problems remaining from its time underwater. With so many unable to find work, would this not be the perfect moment to unveil a grand scheme to restore this once posh area? Alas, no further considerations have been proposed, nor has Empress submitted solutions for the current whale oil shortage, even as we endure rationing and discomfort. The picture of incompetent leadership is completed when you add to all this the periodic accidental citizen deaths at the hand of the Dunwall City Watch, or while Captain Mortimer Ramsay, appointed by our Empress, maintains the perfect innocence of these men and women in uniform who are supposed to protect us. Oh dear. Emily's just been sitting on her haunches, it seems. Alright, let's get a move on. You can stay here until this dude wakes up, and then you can explain to him why he's got such a headache. Looks like we're clear. Oil.
I didn't sign up to fight some freak like the Crown Killer, a cannibal and whatnot.
Oil Trading Company. Okay. What have the Boyles been up to since since we visited them? you're going to have a lie down over there. Okay, the boils have apparently not been doing well. The Crown Killer is watching. Eesh.
Poor guy.
You've had a bad time. Not with any luck. Oh. Ah, that's what I thought. Oh. 3 coins and a pistol. Do though. There's a bunch of safes. There's nothing in any of them. Guessing the Crown Killer must have already looted the place before I got anywhere near. Right, I hear someone moving around up top. Let's go. Have some words. Okay. Not hearing that movement anymore. Oh, hi. Wow, I looked right at him and my brain just didn't acknowledge him at all. It's fine because apparently he didn't either. Okay, looks clear now.
So it's a coup. The Caldwins have finally fallen. Never thought I'd see the day.
It seems so. And even the legendary Corvo Attano couldn't stop it.
There's money to be made on this, mark my words.
Your voice
You
seems
seem
familiar.
chuffed and happy. What if it all goes to pieces? Sometimes these things end with people like us face down on an executioner's block.
I'll be fine, I assure you. My grandmother turned a profit on the plague, and I'll come out
that's
ahead
it.
under the Duke of Serkonos in our new emperor.
I can't remember his name, but he was I can't remember the actor's name, but he played Diomedes in Dawn of War. Okay, that's not leading anywhere.
Road is blocked by order of the City Watch.
We've gotta get away. I should talk to the captain of that ship.
Not my concern, citizen. I'd advise you to return to your home.
If I can't get through, that's it for my shop. The entire month will be ruined.
Trust me, you don't want to be out on the streets right now. Move along.
Grumble, grumble, grumble. Let's pull you here. There you go. You can have a nice nap there. I'll cut through that building and we'll just ignore the whole waterfront.
First the shortage of whale oil, then the murders. Now what's ever going on tonight?
Careful with that sword. The Grand Guard won't like it.
I mean, I'm not banking on them liking it.
It's been hard getting any business done here in Dunwall. That's all about the
I've
change.
heard fighting
City Watch
between
has
some of
its
the
hands
guards
full
earlier.
of what's been happening.
This is
Crown Killer
bad.
lunatic and all.
Ah, the Hatter Gang. Also ready to profit from times of turmoil.
And these guys just never
Shops selling
go
contraband
down, do
just like
they?
they've got down in Serkonos. People are getting rich in Calero and Karnaka, even after paying the Grand Guard to look
I'd
the other
pay
way.
bribes too
So
if it
we
meant the
set up
roads
some black
weren't
market
blocked
shops,
off.
pass along whatever we score, and we run security for the shopkeepers.
Right, and we take a cut on the sales. I'm telling you, the wind is blowing in our favor for once.
Black market stores. That's going to be a lot more useful than random scavengers. You have a nap, I'll leave you friend, and I'm just going to jump in. There we go. Follow the water line along. The dreadful whale. These idiots are watching the boat. Better go remove them first. Two guys further up. None of them really watching one another, so you should be able to just. Oh, that'll do. I'll just use the boat launch. Yoink. Just knock you both out and make a go for the boat. And nighty-night. Opa!
So, lady, you want to hear what I've got to say. I guarantee it. Lady Emily, you won't get far with that face, stamped on half the coins in the city.
There's a coup underway, and I'm being blamed for the Crown Killer murders. I don't care what my face looks like.
My name's Megan Foster. I work with an old ally of yours, Anton Sokolov. We learned something scary down in the south, and I came to warn you.
I know,
Bit
Anton,
late for that now.
but Corvo's gone. The Duke of Serkonos is here with a woman named Delilah. They massacred everyone in the throne room. Then she did something I can't explain. There was nothing to do but run.
Sometimes that's all you can do. This is my ship, the Dreadful Whale. We can head out as soon as you're ready.
I need to get to Karnaca where the Crown Killer murders started. Delilah must have been down there for a while, and I've got to figure out what's going on.
You're Corvo's daughter. I'll give you that. Should we go?
Yeah, let's get the heck out of here.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. That dude that I choked out did count as a kill, unfortunately. There's apparently another painting around somewhere that I missed. Oh well. Protected the printer, took what gold you could carry, locked Mortimer Ramsey in the safe room.
Am I still aboard Megan's ship? Feels odd.
Ooh. Basically just sleeping in a cupboard here. It's blocked. Oh.
What is this place? Where am I?
Welcome to the void. Looking a bit more barren than I
can
remember.
Feel something moving closer. Watching.
And there's our boy.
Empress Emily Caldwin. I am a friend of your father's from the bad old days. I never expected us to meet. I watched your mother die at the hands of schemers who wanted your little empire. Then you were rescued by a man in a strange mask. I thought that was the end of the excitement. But someone yanked the rug from under your feet. You've lost your throne and your father. And I promise, Delilah won't just give them back. So, what are you prepared to do about it? Your Imperial Majesty.
Well.
Are you clever enough to do it without spilling a river of blood? I asked Corvo those
Maybe I
questions
want to
15
spell a
years
river of
ago.
blood.
This
You don't
is
know.
the moment that changed him. Now it's your
Rivers
turn.
of blood are fun. You can use them to sacrifice to corn. Alright, so you can, if you want, tell him to stick it up his arse, and you can go through the game with no powers. It's difficult, but you can do it. But I'm not gonna. I will.
It burns from the inside. I feel like I'm standing at the edge of something.
I'm gonna take it because Emily has fun powers. Alright.
All the stories, they're true.
So, rather than blink, Emily gets far reach. Which is a little slower. It's a little slower than blink, but it has a lot of utility.
This is how I'm going to save my father and reclaim the throne.
You can actually grab... Nope. Right, we've got to running leap it. There we go. Oh! Screwdriver to the gut.
What is that? It feels familiar.
So it should.
Know you. Do you remember? It's been so long. And you've been through so much. Even as an echo of myself. It's good to know you're there.
Mother? You're here, but you're not here. In my hand, but somewhere else.
Only the last of my essence. With you for a while.
There's all manner of messed
If
up.
only I could reach across this great expanse and take you into my arms. But I have this to offer. My gift and my curse. Summon me to your hand, and I will guide you when I can.
And we have the heart again. So now, here's a fun thing you can do. If you look at a rune and lock it, you can now put the heart away, and it stays.
There are no stars in the sky here. There is no sky.
Back here. Okay. A whole lot of nothing. Let's go find them runes.
You shouldn't be here. No one should. In thousands of years, few have seen this place.
Here we go.
Empresses.
Who is Delilah really? How could she? I don't understand.
There's a strange power in this place.
I can't get info on these guys. So I'm guessing you're the Crown Killer, eh? And the Duke, and a couple of others. I'm sure we'll get to know them very well in time. So this is a fairly big deal. Shrines are now worth 2
quite like
runes.
Delilah. I watched her pull herself up from blood and filth, until she was in a position to steal from the wisest scholars in the Empire. Survival and ambition, art and magic, with a cunning that makes fawning sycophants of those around her, all of it leading to what you saw at Dunwall Tower.
The higher fidelity on the outsider really makes his eyes look really creepy. You couldn't really tell in the first game, but they are just flat black.
Secret. She's got her eyes set on a much greater prize.
Alright. Now
When I was
the
10
mission
years
begins.
old, bored with my lessons, I dreamed about sword fighting and sailing the ocean. Now I'm realizing that the world is stranger than I ever imagined. Everything I know has been turned on its head, but I'm dealing with it the best I can.
Oh yeah, it's a very cool, creepy.
When you look at the great jeweled map at Dunwall Tower, Karnaca is the southernmost port in the Empire. A fat, red ruby. That's how I always thought of it. Up close, the city smells like the ocean and strange spices. Up close, it's a tangled story of blood and ambition. The birthplace of my father. Megan Foster is a stranger, but there's something that makes me want to trust her, despite her guarded disposition. She got me out of Dunwall.
Hey,
and I
Captain,
need
shouldn't you
answers.
probably be at the helm?
Delilah and the Duke made me look like a murderer, using the Crown Killer to butcher my political adversaries. They took what was mine, and I'm gonna get it back.
Letter from Emily. Wyman, by now you must have heard about the coup in Dunwall. Don't worry, I'm safe, hiding far away with friends. I implore you, don't try anything reckless, and don't go back to Bristol. Stay in Morley. There's nothing you can do against Delilah. I can't say I have a solid plan yet, but you know how well I improvise in desperate situations. Remember that time I kept a straight face during the watch officer's report, all while sitting at my desk without pants? If I survive that, I'll get through all of this. For now, I need to stay hidden and act alone. Trust me, we'll see each other again, I promise. And we now have the travelogue. So each mission you will get... you get a little journal entry. I'll skip over these because they are paragraphs on paragraphs. Okay, I've listened to all of this. Now I can show off the powers list. So this is what Emily gets. It's quite a lot. So we start with Far Reach. It's not just for moving you. You can also pull objects and later people, which is very handy. Aiming Far Reach while falling, time slows allows you to move with... Okay, that just gives us the Dowd trick. So we also have Doppelganger, which literally is what it sounds like. It creates a shadow clone. Dark Vision, same as Dowd and Corvo. Mesmerize creates a little spot that enemies will be drawn to, and they will be completely oblivious of basically anything else around them for as long as it's active. Shadow Walk lets you turn into a creepy gremlin. And yeah, your visibility is reduced, making it harder for enemies to see you, and you can also kill and incapacitate one enemy before returning to normal. You can later upgrade that to 3. And Domino. If you remember Deathloop, this is basically the Nexus power. Link human targets together so they die or fall unconscious together. You can do some pretty funny stuff with that. And then we have the usual arrangements. Throwing, vitality. This one I kept forgetting was not in the first game. Reflexes lets you block bullets and arrows. And this lets you throw them back. Again, you can do some really fun, dumb shit with this. Agility, I might get that straight away. Bloodthirst, same again. Ooh, bone charm crafting. So, this is pretty strong. Create your own bone charms by selecting a combination of traits and expending whalebone, which we will be getting plenty of as the time goes on. So then you can... Okay, lowers the chance of okay, you can accidentally corrupt a bone charm if you're not careful. There we go. So this one here I mentioned before. Across this, use the same trait up to 4 times across crafted bone charms. You can use this to stack to stack the same power on the same bone charm over and over again. It's dumb. Unless you craft runes. Alright, I'm actually gonna take... Yeah, I'm gonna take crafting right away. and I will save... I'll save the one I've got left, and I will get agility later. So now we can go over to Bone Charmers and we can make our own. We don't know any traits yet, but eventually we will get some. We finally have the crossbow. It's not what you're used to living in a palace, but this is all the coin I could scrape up. Anton and I operated on a tight budget, and guess what? Now you do too. If it's not beneath you, pick up whatever valuables you find along your way. We'll need ammo and resources to take down the people behind the coup. Hidden all over the city, there are underground black market shops. Look for a symbol depicting two hands, which means there's a shop nearby. Follow the signs, they'll guide you. Buying from the black market is against the law, but it should make the difference against the Duke's military. Sokolov was working on this crossbow as a gift to you. If you need it modified, those shops can help with that as well. Alright, so rather than talking to somebody between missions, we can now get it done during missions. Maintenance list. Repair the things that got busted up in Anton's room. When he was taken, it's been a week now. Oh boy. No, scratch that. Not until I bring him back home, as a show of faith that he will be coming back. Unlock the storage door. Something fell on the other side, and I really need to sell the stuff locked up in there to make some coin. Pay the port tax at the look the other way fees, those Grand Guard bastards. Before they wonder who my passenger is this time. I'll do it when I get the money. And you are struggling. Alright. Looks like there's an open side window I can get in there.
Must be cursed. Daft old man. This is some shit. Back to that city. What would we have done in the old days? All sharp metal and shadows, we'd say. You're up.
Hi, Megan.
When you're ready to talk, I'll tell you what I know.
Alright, let's get our briefing.
Alright. You've explained part of it. But what were you and Sokolov doing here?
The old man loved Karnaka, but he'd caught wind of a conspiracy tied to the Crown Killer. He wanted to warn Corvo.
There were reports about tensions rising, corruption, street violence. I didn't give it much mind. Usually the local authorities resolve that sort of thing.
The new Duke has let things slide. But Sokolov concluded he might be the head of the conspiracy. He came in looking shocked, and if you've heard his after-dinner stories, you know that's unusual. We were going to set out for Dunwall, but something happened.
The Crown Killer.
Yes, the hatch ripped open and Sokolov screamed. All I caught was a glimpse of someone carrying him across the deck. I followed as long as I could, toward Addermeyer Institute. It's run by the alchemist Hypatia. Maybe the Duke is using a patient of hers. The Crown Killer.
Addermeyer. All right. I'll get inside. The Crown Killer has to be eliminated, and if the alchemist will cooperate, maybe I can learn something about what happened to Sokolov. Wish me luck.
If you need my luck, Sokolov's as good as dead. When you get done at the Institute, disable the watchtower. Once it's down, I'll bring the boat around.
Rescue mission.
We'll take the skiff to the shore when you're ready.
This Dr. Hypatia. She seems to represent the good that's possible within the Empire.
No one should perish in the mines.
Delilah. My
Welcome
aunt,
to the
if that's
1850s.
really true. She has a twisted way of looking at the world. I don't know Duke Luca Abel, but Corvo served under Luca's father and said Theodanus was a good man. Mortimer Ramsay. The Duke couldn't have pulled off the coup without someone inside the City Watch.
Apparently he didn't take much convincing.
So the Crown Killer was a tool of the Duke's coup. The murders had a calculated effect. Sokolov seems so much older now.
I mean, he is. It's been 15 years, and he was pretty old back in the first game.
Looks like the overland route to the Addermeyer Institute goes through the carriage station.
Is there an overland route? It looks like it's an island. let's go outside and see if we can get into that storage room. Ooh. Say hello to the bloodflies. These are going to be our rats for the game.
Dearest Emily, or must I say, your Imperial Majesty, I have something that you and Corvo must hear at the first opportunity. It concerns the murders happening across the Empire, committed by this so-called Crown Killer. When I left Bristol years ago, I swore I'd never again take part in any further political matters. I've done my share of bad things, and some good, before and after the Rat Plague. But here in Karnaca, I've uncovered a terrible conspiracy against you. Here, at the bottom of the Empire, the cobblestones smell of death and corruption. I'm staying with an associate, Megan Foster, aboard her vessel, the Dreadful Whale. We'll leave for Dunwall in the morning as soon as the tides are willing. I keep thinking of the way sweet Jessamine was stolen from you and your father. And I fear it might be your turn to face such turmoil. I know Corvo would protect you with his life, but please do not trust anyone.
There you are, old man. I was asked to pay you a visit.
Wait, what's wrong with you? Megan!
Off we go, Sokolov, to somewhere more private.
Yikes, he got jumped in a real hurry. Alright. Let's get up top. Once I get into the storage room, I will wrap up. There we go. Oh. Nice incendiary bolts. Anything else useful? Doesn't look like it. Alright. There we go. Ah. There's a rune in the water. Let's go grab that before we finish. That way I can at least get agility while I still remember. Hoopla! Alright, doesn't look like there's anything else useful in here. Ow! Friggin' fish. I hate these things. Actually, and...
Push out into the harsh world. You are alone, but for a few allies.
let's see what you have to say.
I can see why you like her. She's almost as secretive as you. Megan Foster. She wasn't always a ship captain. It was years ago. The two were inseparable. There was no food, but there was love. Those brief days on the street with her childhood friend. The happiest time she's known.
It's kind of sad.
She can be trusted. To a point. But I cannot see past the anger. That much rage can hide things.
It's a good sign. She's simmering just below the surface.
Ready for me to drop you at the docks?
Yeah, let's head
Let's
to the
go
docks.
see the streets where my father grew up.
Alright.
Off we go then.
So that's going to be the end of it.
Recognized.
That's going to be the end of it for today. And we will pick up again on Monday with more Dishonored. But on Friday, tomorrow, we are doing the special birthday stream. Where I will be running a open community server of 7 Days to Die. So anyone who has the game is welcome to join, but there will be a limit because 7 Days to Die can only handle 16 people to a server.
And use the carriage station.
Oh, I see, there's a railway.
Before his death, the old Duke of Serkono spent decades building up Karnaca. After Duke Luca Abel took over, he started draining the wealth out of the city as fast as he could. Orgies and week-long feasts.
Having more fun here than we were in Dunwall, it seems.
Watch yourself on the way to Admire. The Duke's given the Grand Guard run of the city. Strangers get attacked on sight.
I'll keep my head down.
This is a good spot. Reach Admire, take out the Crown Killer, and find out where Sokolov was taken. The alchemist, Hypatia. She'll help if she can. Sokolov likes her.
I'll see you later at Admire.
Good for her.
Just wait to bring up the boat until after I've disabled the watchtower.
No, I'm going to ride the boat straight into the watchtower and we're going to blow it the hell up. Alright, so, yes, as I said, tomorrow we will be playing 7 Days to Die with an open community server, and it will be first come first served because you can only fit 16 people on a 7 day server, but anyone who wants to is welcome to ask and they're welcome to join. I'm very excited to see you all there. Until then, thank you all for joining me, good night, and much love.